Hello and welcome to Crafting with Amy. I'm Amy and I've started Christmas DIYs using Dollar Tree products. So, yep, it's that time. So this is our first DIY and I have this free printable I got online and I just used it says Farm Fresh Christmas trees, but for my sign and those crates that I'm going to attach, I had to cut off the wording at the bottom. So I'm starting with this sign. It's a fall sign from Dollar Tree, but I turn it upside down so those holes are covered by the crates. 2 of those crates from Dollar Tree. And that is a cordless glue gun that I received from a company called Bleeds. And this is apple barrel matte black paint. So I start out by painting the sign and the crates with that black matte. If you're new here, I want to welcome you. And if you like the content, I hope you'll consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new content, and liking, leave me a comment. And if you're a returning subscriber, I really appreciate you all and your comments. They mean a lot to me. I really enjoy doing this. So I'm just going to put this black paint on both the sign and the crates. And you got to try to get in there in those little slats in between. I do the entire crate inside and out. I don't do the bottoms. And this turned out, I started with something totally different and I had my camera set up different, thinking it was going to be better, and you'll see that when I start making the trees. But then I had to go back to my old setup. So now I'm taking the Waverly chalk paint in mineral and just dry brushing to get kind of that barnyard distressed look. But I had to ditch the whole first part, and then I decided to do this because you couldn't tell what I was doing. And you just want to do that to your liking, and then I do it to the crates as well. And now I've cut this out, and you just want to cut it out depending on the size of your sign. And I'm using the dot glue stick from Dollar Tree. And then you just apply it to your sign and press it down real evenly. I end up having to switch back to my Gorilla hot glue gun. This is convenient as far as that it's cordless, but it just doesn't get hot enough for what I do. And it has the different colored, it had some different colored glitter glue sticks. I've never used the different colored glue sticks. So now I'm just attaching these two together. And now I'm going to glue them on the bottom. I want to make sure that it's going to set flush. And apply a lot of pressure. Now this is the angle I was talking about, and I actually started with this and the other part that I was going to do. I was going to do a Christmas tree lot, but you couldn't tell what I was doing from this angle. So I'm taking these, let me see if I can find, I think they're dowels. They are cut at 3 inches, and I just use my Waverly antique wax and wipe it off because I'm going to make trees with those little skinny trees. And now I have these cones that came from Hobby Lobby. They were on sale for $2.50 for 6, I believe, yeah. And I'm using olive green folk art matte paint. And they're like little paper mache trees. But I'm just painting them so you can't see that brown when I apply the step to make the actual tree branches. And now I'm using a furniture marker in walnut. The staining of them all was just going taking too long, so I got this out instead. Because since I was going to make a tree lot, I was going to make more, but then everything changed. So now I'm using the Waverly chalk paint in mineral and going to dry brush those. And I only end up making 4, I think, of the small ones. And then 3 of the larger ones. But I only put 2 in the project. Now I'm taking this garland, and you just really can't go wrong with this little mini garland from Hobby Lobby. I get it every year. I get a couple of bundles of it. It's got 30 feet on and it's very good quality. And it was on sale for $2.50. So I cut it down the size of those cones. And I don't show all of it because it's just repetitive. You just go down. And then there's going to be some places where you're going to have to go in with a shorter piece once you get it going. But I use a lot of that, and it's really good quality. And it's good for little mini projects. So I'm just hot gluing that down, and then I will do the same thing, going through and filling it in, measuring as I go, and then that's what it looks like when it's done. And you can't beat that. I mean, I still have a lot on that, and there's the little ones that I made. It's a little time consuming, but it's worth it in my opinion. So now I'm going to give these a snowy effect with the Waverly chalk paint in Snow White. Just brush it on all of them. Because I had to ditch the beginning of it, what I initially had planned, I sped this up because otherwise my video was going to be way long and it wouldn't have uploaded. But I'm just, again, just brushing on to get the snowy effect. Now I have those, I call them logs, that I use for pumpkin stems. They came from Hobby Lobby. And I'm taking a little wooden cube from Dollar Tree, and I'm gluing that on top of that log. I think 3 of them, yeah. Because these are going to be the stems for the cone-shaped Christmas trees. So I find the end that sets, more flat. Hot glue that, excuse me, cube to the top, and now I'm applying hot glue to the top of the cube and going to set the Christmas tree on top of it. And I put quite a bit so it will adhere good. And just hold it, because that's a point obviously up there at the top, and I just think those are cute, and they're so easy to make. Now I have put floral foam. Well, I'm getting ready to glue it down in there, but I cut some floral foam. Placing it down in there on each side, each box. And with these two, since I used a portion that I had already cut off, I glue them at the side and then glue them down. Attach them at the side. And I messed up. I thought this was Wednesday. That's when my normal uploads are. And so I'm going ahead and uploading it today, because I put a preview yesterday saying that it would be a preview of tomorrow's video. And today's Tuesday. I don't know if I show it, but I take a pencil or something, paintbrush, and I insert some little holes to glue these down better. And I just glue them, and then I put some of that fake snow from Dollar Tree down in the box. Now I'm taking that same garland, and I'm going to make little mini wreaths to attach to the front of each crate. Like I said, you can do so much with this. You can make garlands, you can make for mini products. And these are some little berry picks that I got from Hobby Lobby on sale. They've got pine cones, they've got little berries. And I cut off because I needed something that would fit that size wreath. A pine cone for each, for up at the top, and then the little red berries to glue down, just to decorate those. I didn't put a hanger on the back of this. I guess you could, but for me it'll just be something standing. This one here I add a little bit of hot glue because I doubled them, like did 2 rounds of the garland. And now I'm pouring more of that snow in there. And I ended up having to take my Gorilla Glue gun and better gluing the trees down in there because the other one just wasn't hot enough. It might be better for paper crafts or something like that. I'm just getting the glue strings, hot glue strings off as best I can. But after I get it done, I go back and better hot glue them down in there. And that is, oh, and I made a little, I don't know what happened to that, a little bow with some red and black buffalo check ribbon, and put a little pine cone and some boxwood. And that is the finished product. And I really like this one. And because I had to basically start over, it was a doozy. But I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. So for DIY number 2, I have this sign from Dollar Tree. And I have that is wrapping paper, Christmas wrapping paper from Hobby Lobby. And I just cut it to the center. And then I don't know why I end up doing that because you can't even see the paper once I put the tree on. But I just wanted it to kind of be rustic. Because I use one of those trees, the ornament trees. So I'm just taking my glue stick, making sure I get in the corners really good. And then I place the paper down. And I don't get an exact cut with this. I ended up having to trim a little bit off. And I couldn't decide which one I wanted, but I ended up just going with the plain one. And I painted in that same olive green folk art matte paint. And I forget, and I paint the star green, and then I go back over it with some red. It seems weird doing Christmas DIYs, but for anyone that's wanting to recreate these and watch videos to get ideas, you pretty much have to. I love doing fall DIYs. I love Christmas ones too, but it just seems kind of odd. See, I painted the star too. And I just took a little furniture marker and did the pumpkin, see? Tree trunk with that. And I just left this plain. And now I'm taking more of that garland and I'm going to frame, because it isn't cut perfect. I mean, there's some spaces the paper isn't that show up, so I just frame it with this garland. I love this stuff, and for $2.50 when it's on sale. I don't know if their stuff is still on sale, their Christmas stuff. And the day that I went, I couldn't get to anything because of all the stock in the aisles and stuff. So I got very little. I don't have a clue if they've gotten it put up yet or not. I had to go out of town 2 times this week. There were very long days, and we stopped and I got a coffee and we grabbed something to eat, and we were worn out. I saw a Hobby Lobby and I was like, I couldn't even go in there right now if I had to. So if you're doing lightweight crafts, like I said, paper, the fact that hot glue gun is a lower temp and it's cordless, it would be perfect for stuff like that. But for heavier projects, like I said, I had to switch back to my Gorilla glue gun. I think they make a heavier one. I'm not sure. So now I'm taking some of that double-sided tape and just putting that little tree on there, and this is just a simple little craft, and taking some more of those little berry picks and attaching them on either side up at the top, and this one is done. Like I said, I invested so much time in that one, and then having to change my camera back around, I decided I needed to do some pretty simple ones. To be able to keep this video, I mean, I like that, but to keep it where it wasn't so long. So you could either hang that up, you could just set it up. I think that's cute. That's a tree behind it poking up that I have sitting on this table. But that is the finished product. Really simple. And if you all are in need for Christmas wrapping paper, Hobby Lobby does have some really good paper. And now on to DIY number 3. So I have another one of those cookie plates, and this actually came from Dollar Tree last year in their dollar store, and so did that one, and I just thought they were cute. And then I have the permanent vinyl from Dollar Tree. So the best way I could figure this out was just to go around the back. And since it's vinyl, it doesn't want to make the impression really good. But I just crease it down around. And it doesn't, you know, I don't get it perfect, but I put something around the edge so you can kind of see that indentation. And I now have Instagram and TikTok, and I will have those linked in my description box, as well as the supplies you'll need for these DIYs. So now I'm just peeling that back off and getting it. You want to make sure you get the air bubbles out. And see, it does come up on the side on some places, but I take something and put around. There's always a fix. I just have that laid there. This is that chunky yarn. This came from Walmart. And that size I already had cut and it fit perfect. So this is good for snowmen. It's good for a lot of things. I think I made a snowman last year using it. Rabbits. So now I'm just going to apply these to the center, or on the buffalo check. And I didn't worry, since this is more of a little kind of whimsical, I didn't worry about the buffalo check going in a certain direction or anything. If that hadn't been so thick, I was going to try to make it look like the snowman's head had been knocked off by a snowball. Snowball? Yeah. But it's pretty thick wood. And I don't know what happened to that. I took some burlap or buffalo check ribbon, put in the center. I put a little snowball in the snowman's hand and some snowflake ornaments around the side. So I hope you all enjoyed these, and look for the supplies in the description box. And you all have a good day, and I'll see you next